Thanks to Honey for sponsoring this update. Honey is a free browser extension that searches the web for discount codes while you shop, so you get the best deal. To try it out, visit joinhoney.com/theknow. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. Microsoft just announced it's hired a new executive aboard the Xbox team, former Tomb Raider and Activision boss Daryl Gallagher. The hire was announced by head of Microsoft Studios Matt Booty, who said, "I'm thrilled to welcome Daryl Gallagher to the Microsoft Studios executive leadership team. Excited to share more at E3. Ooh. Gallagher echoed the tease that more news will be coming about this at E3. Gallagher's background includes being the head of Crystal Dynamics and the Tomb Raider series until 2013 when he joined Square Enix as head of product development. And since 2016, he's been a senior vice president and head of development at Activision. So he's overseen a lot of high-profile games. We'll hopefully hear more about what he plans to bring to Xbox at E3. We've got another press conference lined up for E3. While we're on the subject, Ubisoft has officially marked their territory for the trade show. The publisher tweeted this morning that their annual presser will take place on Monday, June 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is about standard for Ubisoft, who like to get things rolling just before the official conference actually kicks off. No teases at this time about what they might be showing, but so far we've had signs straight from Ubisoft about maybe Watch Dogs 3, The Division 2. There's also been some speculation maybe Splinter Cell will come back. That would be amazing, but that's just a maybe. Perhaps a brand new IP on the way, and you guys are gonna have more Beyond Good and Evil to show off, right? Right? Like, either way, look forward to seeing what they have in store, and we will, as usual, have our conference coverage so you can watch along with us. BioWare's heard your complaints about Mass Effect Andromeda. Trust me, they heard them. And they also promised they're not going to repeat the same mistakes with their upcoming action space shooter, Anthem. BioWare head Casey Hudson updated the studio blog this week, vowing to focus on Anthem's story and its world. In particular, Hudson says they learned a lot from the game content that Mass Effect Andromeda planned to show, but never did. Specifically talking about the Quarian Arc DLC that, well, we'll never get. Hudson wrote, "That experience ultimately became a defining moment in refocusing BioWare's mission. We need to delight players with new experiences and innovation, but we must stay focused on the importance of the world, character, and storytelling elements that players expect from our games. And our games must be designed to continue delivering new stories and experiences in an ongoing relationship with players in the worlds we're evolving together." So, sounds a lot like, please play Anthem, we promise we won't mess this one up. Please, we need you to. God, I hope it's good. Sorry, Switch owners, looks like you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer to play Dark Souls Remastered. Bandai Namco announced on Twitter this morning the Nintendo Switch version of Dark Souls Remastered will be pushed back to summer of 2018, and with it the release of the Solera Vestora amiibo. However, the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 versions are still on track for May 25th. Later in the thread, they said this will also affect the network test they've been planning for all platforms. The Switch One will now be held at a later, separate date from the others. Mini consoles, they're all the rage these days. Don't know if you heard of the NES Mini or the SNES Mini. Probably couldn't get one, but they were real popular, and now Sega is diving into that pool. The publisher announced that for the 30th anniversary of the Mega Drive's release, they're gonna drop the Mega Drive Mini in Japan. And unfortunately, that's about all we know. Sega confirmed it'll have preloaded games on the machine. It'll just be around a fourth of the size of the original, and it will be out sometime later this year. We don't know what games to expect, how much it's going to cost, if they're planning on bringing it out west, but even still, you can probably expect there will be a lot of excitement around the mini console. So far, we've had several third-party licensed products featuring Sega games, but nothing from the company itself. And we did see with the Nintendo mini consoles a difference in the quality, not only of the hardware, but in how it all performed, being first party to third party. So make a big difference. Just bring it to America, guys. Bring it everywhere, Wes. Bring it to the whole world. We all need this. Did Guild Wars 2 use SpyWare to catch cheaters? Oh, well, seems to be the case thanks to a report from a security researcher and Guild Wars 2 player who did some analysis on the game. According to his findings, Fabian Wosar alleges that Arena slipped some spyware into one of the game's recent updates in order to scan players' computers and look for cheat programs that were running at the same time as Guild Wars 2. He also says this means players should assume that Arena also has a list of all processes they use on their computer while playing Guild Wars 2 in general, which, yeah, it's probably not part of the EULA, right? Some of OSR's findings were also semi-confirmed by Arena themselves when they announced they were banning a whole lot of players, around 1,600 in total, following the detection of cheat programs on players' systems. Interestingly enough, here's a plot twist for you. OSR was also one of the players banned in the ban wave, but he says he never cheated in Guild Wars 2. Honest, definitely. Still kinda messy. I mean, do the ends justify the means? It's very Machiavellian. I'm gonna say that probably falls on the not cool side. Our XENOSAGA remasters on the way from Bandai Namco. Fans of the twisty science fiction RPG are hopeful thanks to a new US trademark. Bandai Namco has reportedly filed a trademark for Also Sprach Zarathustra, which is the subtitle for the series' third game. If Bandai Namco are filing trademarks, it could be a hint they plan on some kind of release for the series in the near future. Released from 2002 to 2006, XENOSAGA was known for its dark themes that combined pseudoscience, religion, philosophy all into a long-winded story that still managed to be fun and, yes, also very strange. Hopefully you'll still be able to pause the game and save during some of those cutscenes. It looks like Birds of Prey is on the fast track at Warner Brothers after screenwriter Christina Hodson wowed execs with her draft of the Harley Quinn-centric picture. The studio is in negotiations with Sundance alum CATHY to direct the film, which is based on DC's Birds of Prey comics following the most famous ladies of Gotham, including Harley Quinn, Barbara Gordon, and Black Canary. And no, this is different from Gotham City Sirens. If the deal closes, then CATHY will be DC's second female director after Wonder Woman's Patty Jenkins and the very first Asian American woman to direct a superhero movie, period. Margot Robbie is expected to return as Harley Quinn, and filming would likely begin after she wraps up the Quentin Tarantino Once Upon a Time in Hollywood project. Steven Spielberg is officially the most successful director of all time. His films have now grossed over $10 billion, that's with a B, that's a lot of money, in the worldwide box office. Ready Player One is doing okay in the US, but it's raking in the dough overseas, nearing almost $500 million in box office, and that's pushed him over the $10 billion line when you add up all his other movies as well. To put that into perspective, James Cameron, who's made two of the top grossing films of all time, he's sitting pretty at $6.1 billion in the box office, and Peter Jackson is slightly ahead of him with $6.5 billion. Thanks to mega hits like Jaws, Jurassic Park, E.T., the Indiana Jones movies, Spielberg set an extremely high bar for filmmaking, and he's not done yet. He does have another Indiana Jones in the works, which will surely push that box office number up even higher. So congratulations, Spielberg, that's good work. Speaking of massive milestones, Netflix has just locked in a staggering, mind-blowing, almost unbelievable 125 million subscribers around the world. The company added 7.4 million subscribers worldwide this quarter alone, with almost 2 million of them here in the US. Where are these millions of people coming from? Who's not already subscribed? Not only that, but they've committed to between $7.5 and $8 billion for original content. So that's $8 billion worth of original series, movies, stand-up, anime. They were really getting on the anime train just for 2018 productions. So hope you have some free time this year, because $8 billion worth of content is a whole lot of binging. All right. Debunk time. There's been a big old rumor going around that Fortnite's run into legal trouble for infringing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds copyrights, and as a result, it's shutting down. The rumor started thanks to an alleged tweet from Fortnite that read, "Due to the lawsuit against PUBG on copyright infringement, we are sorry to inform you that Fortnite Battle Royale will be coming to an end May 24th, 2018. Save the World will still be in development, and we will roll out ASAP. Thank you all for the support." Now, this got picked up by a UK tabloid and got a bunch of people in a panic, but fortunately for the millions of people playing it, it's a load of bull. PUBG Corp did file a suit against two mobile battle royale games that it believes really are infringing copyright, but neither Epic or Fortnite are involved in that suit. There is no such tweet from the Fortnite account. It's bunk. And one fan in particular has got to be extra happy about that, because they are so dedicated. They kept playing the game even when threatened by a real, actual tornado. This was in Greensboro, North Carolina, where a tornado blew through earlier this week with winds that passed 135 miles per hour. And that's 217 kilometers per hour in the, country or two that's on the sensible metric system instead of freedom units like chumps. And the winds were strong enough to move houses completely off their foundations. Through all that, teenager Anton Williams kept trying for his Fortnite win. Speaking with a local news outlet, he said, "I only have a couple people left in my game and I was gonna try and finish the game, but then it started getting worse and I started to see the power lines come down, so I told my sister and my nephew to come to the bathroom." He continued, "Honestly, I was thinking about the game, but I was hoping everybody was okay around me. Look, Williams is fine. Unfortunately, someone else did get that win, so gotta be more dedicated next time. Play through without the power. If you really want it and you dream it, you can do it." That's not true at all. All right, that is the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all these updates in the comments down below. To make sure you get news from every corner of the internet every weekday, like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to The Know. Shout out to Honey for sponsoring this update. There's an amazing free browser extension called Honey that millions and millions of people use every day to save money. If you buy stuff online, whether it's video games or PC hardware or, normal stuff, whatever, it all adds up. So it makes sense to get the best deal you can. That's where Honey comes in. While you shop, it scans and tests millions of discount codes to find the biggest discount on everything you buy online. Then, when you're ready to check out, it automatically applies the best discount to your cart. Makes it super easy, and it means you can stretch your budget even further and afford more games. For example, look, I shop on Amazon a lot. I love it, kind of a junkie. Switch cases, accessories, headphones that I break and need to replace, you name it. Honey even finds sellers on Amazon that are offering the same product for less, so it doesn't change what I buy, but it does help me spend less on it. Honey works on Chrome, Firefox, Safari, all the major browsers. To give it a go and save money on all the stuff you're already buying, visit joinhoney.com/theknow.